I have never, ever, ever in my life voted for a Republican, and that changes this year. This is the first year in my life I will be voting for a Republican. I guarantee you I will be voting for Lee Zeldin and Allison Esposito for governor and for lieutenant governor. What's happening with Kathy Hochul is insane, and it has to stop. Myself and about 3 others are coming up, all fired because of these mandates. All fired because we made a choice that ended up proving to be correct. This vaccine does not prevent transmission, yet they pretend that it does, and that we still need this. The last thing I want to say before I pass this on to another fired colleague is you need to know that Kathy Hochul signed a regulation to create COVID camps in New York State. She wants to detain you with no evidence, just suspicion that you came in close contact with somebody who has a communicable disease. She wants to lock you up wherever she wants. Maybe she'll put a bracelet on your ankle and lock you up in your home. That's what she wants to do. Thank God Attorney Bobby Ann Cox beat that regulation. We beat Hochul in court. She lost. But now, the genius Hochul is appealing because she wants her COVID camps. She wants to be able to lock all of you up whenever she says she can lock you up with no due process, with no proof, and with no time limit. How did this happen to New York? We end this in New York. How do we end this? Zeldin. How do we end this? Zeldin. We end this by voting for Zeldin. He's promised us all mandates done on day 1. He has promised us the COVID emergency done on day 1. And he's promised all state workers will be rehired that were fired for declining the COVID vaccine. The New York City workers is a harder trick to pull off. So he's going to have to use his power for that, but he's definitely dedicated to that. Again, my name's Michael Coon with Teachers for Choice. I've never voted for a Republican in my life, but I stand here endorsing Lee Zeldin and Allison Esposito because we need balance back in Albany. What the Democrats are doing is reckless, and we need balance and common sense. And with that, I would like to call up one of our other speakers, Joy Amanda. Going up, Joy.
How's it going, Brooklyn? Brooklyn, how's it going, Brooklyn? So, just like I was introduced, my name is Joy Amanda. Some of you know me as Amanda, some of you know me as Joy. I'm a New Yorker, first and foremost. Real New Yorker, South Jamaica, Queens. I represent Queens. I'm also a child of God. Some of you out here who are believers, I am a child of God. That's first and foremost. I'm a mom. I'm a single mom, but I have family, so I really consider myself a single mom. And in this, you need family. With everything that we've gone through, we need family to stand by our side. If you do have it, you know, congrats to you and much love. So I'm here in Brooklyn, right? And we know what we're standing for. We know what we need to combat. We know what we need to fight. My last 2 speeches, I usually go, you know, just very freestyle and kind of just give the truth raw, because I think that the world just needs the truth. We don't need anything sugar-coated. We don't need anything packaged. We don't need anything sold to us. But I decided, just to keep in the time frame, is to point out some things for me that mean something to me, that I want to share to you, that has to do with this fight that we have been in. Because this is a fight, but we're surviving. As much as it hurts and it's the pain, it's growing pains. Because no one can ever look at us and say that we are not survivors. We are survivors. And we have God in our corner that has helped us to survive. Amen? Amen. I know it's Wednesday, and it's not church, but amen. So, a little bit about myself. I was 8 years with the Department of Education, and I had to make a choice of termination or the mandates. I was terminated September 9th. I was one of the first that was terminated. And it was a decision that I had to make, knowing that I had a child to support and a family, because we're a unit and we support each other. I had to make that decision. I had to make that decision to not be financially stable. But God has provided for me. So September will make a year, but I know without a shadow of a doubt that God has been my provider.
Connected.
I have nothing, but I have everything with God. And I can say that wholeheartedly. You can look at me and I am a testimony to what God will do for each and every one of us. And I'm just leaving that with you. Like I said, I had to make that choice. I chose my body over their choice. I chose me over them. I chose my values over a paycheck. I chose my morals over money, and I stand here pure in God. I think one of the #1 things that I'm going to touch base on really quickly is unity. I know that there's a lot of division, especially when it comes to politics. We don't know who to choose. They all sound good. They're all telling us what we want to hear. But outside of whatever the realm of politics is, we still have to unite, because we the people, which we've heard many times before, we are the ones that run the show. We are the ones that tell them what to do. We are the ones that let them know what's best for us and what issues mean the most to us, because they can package anything. They can say buzzwords and they can tell us something that's really, really nice. But if it's not the issues that we want to combat, then we have to speak up, we have to start showing up, and we have to stand up for ourselves. We have to be united. And it's easy to get united. There are many groups to get involved with, New York Freedom Rally being one of them. I'm an active member with New York Freedom Rally. I am also an active member with New York DJOR. If you don't know who New York DJOR is, you can go and look them up. New York DJOR educates you on how to get your power back and defend yourself and demand respect in your God-given rights. Not just your constitutional rights, not just letting them know that they are run by the Constitution, but that you have God-given rights that they have no business touching, that God granted that to you, and it's not for them to take or demand or say you are mandated to do this, because God didn't implement mandates. He didn't. The Constitution was put in place to keep government in check, not you. To keep government at bay, not you. To arm you to protect yourself from them, not them telling us that they're going to protect us. Because at the end of the day, as nice as this is, we have to protect ourselves. So if you go and look into New York DJOR, they will educate you and let you know what they are doing. We have successfully served many people in the city, letting them know that we have accepted their oath of office. We know that the Constitution is what governs them, and they have to follow it, and when they do not follow it, we will hold them accountable. So that's New York DJOR. You know what New York Freedom Rally has done. We have done rallies in the city. We've marched all over City Hall. We've been to Albany. We've been everywhere, and we're letting people know that medical freedom is not up for debate. We decide what we do with ourselves, not the government.